Culture.
I'm here with the family.
Bryce, XXV, Double I,
Rome.
D-Malo,
Bro Flying.
T-Buggy, man.
Just the greatest sports show on the planet. La Familia. Hope y'all ready for a ride.
Can't wait to hear what you guys got to say. We back. It's your favorite sports show, guys, presenting sports for the culture. I'm tonight's host at Bryce XXV Double I. As always, I got the dream team with me. Starting with top right. Introduce yourself.
What up, man? Scruff Skywalker, man. It's been a good week, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, my team caught an L, but we going out swinging, bro. Like, bro, I thought we was about to hit the Rocky one more time. But I got a lot to say about that later, but we gonna save that.
All right, yeah, we'll get into that. Definitely got to talk some Eagles. Got to talk some AJ Brown tonight. Get to the bottom of a whole lot of this drama in paradise. All right, bottom left. Introduce yourself.
T-Boogie, man. Wash your hands, wash your ass. Hey, been a good week for your boy, man. My nine is looking good. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling good. Lost a little weight. I'm here, man. Let's get it.
Hey, man, health is wealth. Love to hear it. Love to hear it. And last but certainly not least, bottom right. Introduce yourself.
Yeah, man. You know who it is. Your boy Young Rome 22 on all socials as always, man. You know, we start late nights, man, and I always be a little tired. But I swear, as soon as the show kick off, man, I don't know what it is. I have to get a little kick of energy, man. Something about talking sports with you fellas, it gets me going.
Nah, in fact, I think it's that song. As soon as that song hit, bro, that little intro music, I'm in the zone. Let's jump right into it, man. First topic of the night, I want to start with Jonathan Gannon, man. Y'all saw the play. I think everybody's seen the play at this point. D. Mercado, I think I've been butchering his last name, I don't know. But D. Mercado of the Arizona Cardinals running back runs to the goal line, lets the ball go shortly before crossing the sideline. And D. Mercado, he's not a guy that, is known for big plays. He's typically a third down receiver, catching small dinks and dunks out the backfield, Guess he just got a little excited, lost track of his spatial recognition, and dropped the ball a little bit short of the goal line, man. But that's not the point that I want to focus on. Obviously, we've seen that play happen time and time again. It started dating back to Deshaun Jackson years ago versus the Cowboys. Remember that one? I think that was like the first major time that's happened. Since then, we see it. It feels like almost once. This is the second time now this season, right? I think it was Adonai Mitchell earlier in the season. So we've seen it a couple times this year already. But I really want to focus on the reaction, specifically the reaction from Jonathan Gannon. Jonathan Gannon was irate. He went over to D. Mercado, got in his face, was snapping on him, made some sort of contact with him. It wasn't a balled fist, but it could definitely be considered a hit, a strike of some sort. Interesting times, man. Jonathan Gannon ended up apologizing the next day and has since been fined $100,000 by the team. So the Arizona Cardinals themselves fined him $100K. Want to get you guys' thoughts on that. Do you think an apology was necessary, or do you feel like this is football and you just effed up and this is just your coach holding you accountable? Rome, starting with you.
I mean, honestly, bro, like in today's world, that's completely unacceptable, right? Like you don't really want to see something like that in today's football. I think in the 90s, 80s, though, that's pretty part of course. I do think you said you don't want to focus on the actual mistake, but I do think we kind of got to focus on the mistake a little bit because it's pretty damn egregious, right? Like dropping the ball at the half-inch line is about the dumbest mistake you can make on a football field. So keep that in mind when you see what Jonathan Gannon is doing here. But that doesn't give him a pass or a right to do that to another grown man. I also think that the optics on it look a little crazy because the player is clearly being consoled by another player. He clearly feels like he fucked up, looks like he feels like he fucked up, and knows the gravity of the mistake that he just made. So it's almost like even if you're that angry in that situation, that's the complete wrong way to handle it. You know what I'm saying? If you see the player's already dejected, there's no need to yell or definitely get physical with the player in that situation. So, I mean, like really the best thing he could have done, in my opinion, is just bench him and then maybe even cut him for that egregious mistake. But to get in his face, to lay hands on him and then do all that, I think that's crossing the line, especially in 2025.
That's a good point you're making, right? Like you got to be sensitive to the times, which is which is a whole nother issue we could probably talk about in a lot of different lights. But at the time, I think it was like 21-6 at the time, if I'm correct. So, I mean, the Cardinals was up big, right? And a part of me feels like when Gannon got to snapping on DeMercado, he was really reflecting into the mirror that was himself, right? It felt like he's really yelling at himself because, like, bro, the game is, you're yelling at this dude like y'all just lost the game on this play, but like, it's now 21-12. Like, you feel me? Like, you still should win this game if you handle things correctly. Scrub, I see you nod your head, man. What's your thoughts on this whole issue?
Honestly, I'm not surprised by it at all. You know, Jonathan Gannon was a defensive coordinator in Philly. That reaction it's not unusual for him. It's made a little too much with the physical nature of it. But generally, that reaction to him spazzing out and shit, that's absolutely Jonathan Gannon. So, like, I'm not surprised at all. No disrespect to Jonathan Gannon. He's a great coordinator. I don't foresee him being a great head coach. You know what I mean? I never really was big on that. I didn't really see it. But, I wish him well. Obviously we want people to, have their opportunity at success. Cardinals is, the perspective of the fact that it wasn't that deep into the collapse, but ultimately the collapse did come, right? So I don't know, maybe he rubbed the whole locker room the wrong way in that situation. But the dude did fuck up. In reality, Jonathan Gannon didn't do anything that some high school coaches are probably getting away with quite frequently. So it wasn't that crazy, just on the biggest stage, and I do agree of the times. But I think Jonathan Gannon, throw him on the list with your boy for the Jets and the rest of them guys, man. Jonathan Gannon might be looking for employment elsewhere next season, bro. And this is really highlighting the fact that he hasn't been mentioned yet is amazing. But now, after you do this shit, now you're on everyone's radar. And I think he's on his way to getting fired.
The way it looked like a coach that felt that like he was on the hot seat, the way he reacted. And I think you made some good points there, because I feel like the best leaders have a certain amount of empathy, right? So it's like in that moment, you have to be the commander of the team and of the situation. But it feels like as the commander, Jonathan Gannon must have heard that Pete Hegseth speech. He said, you got to start putting hands on these folks again, man. T, what's your thoughts?
Can't put your hands on the players. I mean, that's just the time. Can't do it. But like you said, man, that's what they're talking about. Going back to the old school. We're not sparing the rod or stick. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you messed up, you got to pay for it in blood. But really, it was just a bad moment for him. And I kind of understand where he's coming from, even though you can't do it. But like, Cardinals was a 4-win team his first year. Last year they won 8 games. This year they started off 2-0. Then they lost by 3. Then they lost by 1 to the Niners. I think it was 1 to the Niners, 3 to the Seahawks. Then you lost 1 to the Titans. Like, you're trending in the wrong direction. And looking ahead, Colts, Packers, Cowboys, Seahawks, 49ers, Jaguars, Buccaneers, Rams. Your next 8 games, you might win 1, 2. You know what I'm saying? So a moment like that can really throw your season, and it could lead to you getting fired. So bad moment for him. And like you said, Bryce, the guy's already getting consoled. Like, you can't just dogpile a guy, kick his back, and he already down. Like, you could lose a locker room like that.
He's a dickhead, for real.
If you were on the fence about how you felt about your coach, that's one of the ones that's going to make you for sure and knowing, like, nah, this is not my guy. So just a very bad situation for the Cardinals. And it wouldn't be like they're at the bottom of the division now. With that loss, they're at the bottom of probably the toughest division in the league. Bad spot for everybody, all involved, man. I think Kyler's gone. Gannon could be gone. That Cardinals team won't look the same next year.
Man, That would be the best thing that ever happened to Kyler Murray to get out of fucking Arizona, bro. Hackberry, Arizona, man. That's the worst. That's the. I remember. Maybe this would be exactly what they need, but it reminded me of when I went off about the Detroit Lions a number of years ago about how Matt Stafford was wasting his career away there. And, he did get out of there and win the Super Bowl, so that was correct. But I agree. I think the best thing that could happen for Kyler Murray is he gets the fuck out of there. But that might be exactly what the Cardinals need for them to get right. You feel me? For me to tell them that they are fucking one of the worst organizations in pro football.
Yeah. Now, I feel like the whole Jonathan Gannon thing is just a modicum of being an unsuccessful organization. And I also feel like Jonathan Gannon, set the tone to lose the game the way he responded, bro.
Yeah.
He lost the sideline. Y'all know how I feel about leaders and, losing composure. You feel me? And I feel like that type of stuff reverberates through the whole team. And, you were still up, like I said earlier, you're still up 21-12, but you snapping like you just lost the Super Bowl. You snapping like you just lost it all. Like, your team feels that, bro. And I don't know if y'all peeped, the lineman that was consoling DeMarcado was Paris Johnson. He had a real interesting interview after the game where he said, in the moment, he was just trying to console his teammate. He knows everyone's piling up on him. He knows that DeMarcado feels like shit in the moment. So why should anyone else continue to pile up on him? You the head coach, you're supposed to be the part of the solution at all times. That moment right there, in my opinion, was not the time to teach, right? It was the time to console or to be like, hey, we'll get the next one. Hey, we don't win this game without you. Something, bro. Something to get your team reinvigorated. But instead, he brought the team down. And a lot of people will point to that moment as the reason that the Cardinals lost the game. But I point to Jonathan Gannon's reaction as the larger reason.
Yeah,
I think we could point to that moment when he does get fired later in the season, because it will happen. We will point to this moment and say this is what started the snowball effect. I think he did lose the sideline too, man. Because like I said earlier, you already see Paris Johnson consoling him. There's really no reason to lead with anger in that moment at all. You could have just left it alone. Benching him and not giving him another chance honestly says just as much as getting physical, in my opinion.
Facts. Go ahead, T.
I don't even think that's a spot you bench a guy, man. He broke you. He almost sealed the game, man. You know what I'm saying? It was just one mistake, and that's not why they lost. They had another crazy play. What was it, interception turn fumble or something crazy? But I feel like you kind of manifested that type of energy by picking on the guy that was already down. Now, if he was on the sideline like he didn't care, whatever, we still got the lead. That's one thing, but yeah. He just messed up, man. He just messed up.
Nah, facts, bro. I agree with you 100%. They definitely manifested that Madden glitch of a touchdown. It's how are we catching picks, dropping picks, the ball getting kicked into the end zone, the Titans jumping on it come on.
For real though, that's bad karma, bro. Bad karma, bro.
Nah, it sounds like we're all on the same page here. Any other comments on Jonathan Gannon before we move on to the next topic? All right, let's keep it pushing, man. Next thing I want to talk about is let's get into the Eagles real quick, man. Obviously, the Eagles faced defeat, and I thought it was an interesting way to go out, bro, because we've been hearing so much recently about the Eagles and their wide receiver quarterback relationship, receivers not being content or not being happy with the offensive output and their role in the offense. All for it to come down to a Hail Mary at the end of the game versus the Broncos, where you need those very receivers that are, essentially not happy with the team in the moment. Jalen Hurts chucks the ball up, and both of the receivers jump for the ball. Looks like they was playing defense against each other, to be honest. Then after the game, right, you got a whole bunch of other issues popping up. Did AJ Brown stop running on the post route? Is there trouble in paradise, so to speak? So, Scrub, I want to start with you on this one, man. What are your thoughts on that game overall, and just the current relationship between AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, and Jalen Hurts?
I feel like, I feel like as a team, we've tried to listen. Maybe it was a combo of we wanted to make our guys happy and give them what they wanted, give them the ball and whatnot, lean into the passing game or whatever. And I could see that being part of it. Or is it the media contributing and you letting the narrative get to you, and you're forgetting who the fuck you are, which is like, let me just point out one thing. So 6 carries for Saquon Barkley in that game, in a game that we led for a while, is coaching malpractice. Not to run the ball 6 times with Saquon Barkley with a lead. It's absurd. So we just throwing the ball, just chucking it away so we could make the players happy. Like, what the hell is going on? I don't really like that. But I do like the fact that the new dudes got involved and whatnot. But anyway, so I think the biggest thing with this whole thing, the drama part of it, is when you winning, when you the team to beat, when you got that target on your back, everything you do is scrutinized. It pays attention. People pay attention to even the fact that 3 of the best players on the team can't have a conversation after the game without them saying we got a players only meeting. Everything, all hell is broken loose. They talking about this joint in the middle of the Monday Night Football game. I'm like, Jesus, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's watch Drake May. You know what I'm saying? Like let's just enjoy this game, bro. But yeah, no, it's just part of what comes with being a champ. With all that said, no, we did go out that game swinging. We did have an opportunity to win the game at the very end of the game, and I do feel like, I don't want to get into like penalties and shit, but there was like some stuff that went on in that game I didn't really love. But like, regardless, if we would have ran the ball with Saquon Barkley like 16 times, we would have won the game.
All right, good point there. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's an AJ Brown thing, bro. I know we was all kind of scratching our heads when the Titans traded him, but like, he was a malcontent there, and he's looking like he's a malcontent in Philly, even when they win it. T, I saw you shaking your head, man. What's your thoughts?
I mean, that last play was just a microcosm of what's going on, man. Bunch of nonsense, right? A team that, is right there, but they still got some things to work out. You're throwing a Hail Mary, and you got 2 receivers in the same spot. Okay, it's a Hail Mary, right? It's a Cardinal sending route running, but it's a Hail Mary. They're fighting each other for the ball. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they got contract incentives. I don't know what the situation is, but they were determined not to stop the other team from catching the ball, to stop each other from catching the ball. Like, I gotta have this, you know what I'm saying? Then they just kind of laid on top of each other. It was just a weird scene. And then the quarterback's like sprinting down, he's sprinting down to catch his own pass. He's not sprinting down to celebrate and congratulate or help the guys up. Like, he's sprinting down in case his guys tip the ball to him, and he magically catches the ball. Like, I mean, it was an almost moment. It was like them in the movie where the guy thinks he can beat the bully and he throws the first punch, but he still gets knocked out. Like, what did you think he was doing? But really, what that game came down to is, like, I do agree with Spruff. If you run the ball, you got the best running back in the league. I think if you run the ball, you probably win that game. But when you got AJ Brown just crying for the ball, he cried last season for the ball. That's just what he does. I think he looks at Jamar Jefferson. I mean, not Jamar Jefferson, Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson. Majin Buu blurred them and mixed them. I think he looks around the best players in the league, and he wants to be like, be those guys. He's a receiver. He's in that diva mode, but you're in a run-first offense, bro. You're in a true 1992, 3 yards in a cloud of dust. The quarterback's running. We're tush pushing. You're not getting 1,500 yards. You're not getting 1,700 yards. It's not going to happen in Philly. And the fact that he already has a Super Bowl, I think, only heightens the fact that, like, I already won it all. Like, now it's time for personal accolades, and that could hamper the team. That could hold the whole team back when one guy is bigger than the program, and I think that's what we're seeing.
That's a good point, bro. Maybe he does look at it like that. Like, I got my ring, time for me to get mine. I didn't think about it like that, but I agree. Ron, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, man, T's right, man. AJ Brown has the one guy is bigger than the program mentality, and that's the whole issue. Scruff, you highlighted 6 runs with Saquon Barkley, but why do you think that is? Could it have anything to do with the diva receiver who's getting paid pretty decent money? The fact that he had been chirping for weeks and weeks now about not getting the ball. maybe that's why there were so many passes thrown in this game. Maybe that's why Saquon wasn't as big a part of the game plan as he should have been. And as far as that last Hail Mary play, man, like what a joke, man. What are we doing? They look like kids playing 500. Y'all remember that game 500 where you throw it up, you say a number and shit, and everybody trying to get it? That's what they look like. And then to lay on each other at the end of it, that is the biggest pause moment of the game, man. Like, I don't know what that was. That was like, do they practice the Hail Mary? They practice the tush push, but they don't practice the Hail Mary. That's what it looked like to me. Look, I'm not putting too much stock into this loss, though. I do think the Eagles are still top of the division, top of the conference right now. I mean, better to get the loss out the way, in my opinion. So I think they still got some issues with the drama. I could still see a potential AJ Brown trade if it gets worse. I don't think the players only meeting for 2 hours or 3 hours or whatever. I don't think that's nothing. Anytime you have a players only meeting, it's meaningful, especially this early in the season.
Bro,
So I don't think that's nothing.
You are spinning the truth to it. Like, it's not the truth. That's not what happened, bro. A players only meeting involves the whole team, bro. This is just
not necessarily
three guys having a conversation, bro. It was not a players only meeting, bro.
You're right. It really makes it worse because if I'm Devontae Smith, I'm like, why are y'all niggas talking for hours when this man was choking me out on the Hail Mary? like I should have been in the conversation. Like, there's all kinds of drama in Philly, man. But I think right now they're talented enough to still get to the playoffs even with the drama.
When you were the champs, everything happened under a microscope. Like now, like one play is just like, I can't believe they were on top of each other for one play. Like, what the fuck? Like everybody it was 18 guys there, bro. What are you talking about? And then
well, I know when my Commanders ran a Hail Mary, the ball got tipped and nobody was on top of Noah Brown.
Everything happens in the vacuum, bro. Like, and under when like it's in a vacuum and under a microscope. Like, chill out. It's crazy, bro. But that's what happens when you're the champ. So I get it.
All right. That champ. So there's nothing we can say to that champ talk right now. But when I see the Eagles, man, I feel like I'm looking at a team that's having a bit of an identity crisis, if I'm being honest, right? Last year we talking about a dominant running team. This year we talking about a Saquon Barkley that's averaging 3.2 yards a carry. It's not all that good. All right, that's going to be a lot of fourth down touch pushes if you only having 3 yards to carry with Saquon. And like I said, was that?
I do have a little bit of a concern about this coordinator, bro. This guy Kevin Patullo, man. With all due respect, bro, I don't want you to lose employment, but he's been with the team since Sirianni, bro. But I don't know. The scheme is not scheming like it used to, bro. I was looking at some stats, wide receiver rankings in terms of who was open last season. AJ Brown was number 1 on the list. This year he's 88th or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not open. Our guys are not open. We are not scheming our guys up. Number 1 receivers right now in terms of open ratings, 2 Ben Johnson guys. So, like, scheming does matter, bro. And right now we scheming like fucking 2 first graders. Like, we over here like running backyard football plays, bro. So I don't know.
Yeah, and that would be why you're getting choked out in the end zone on the Hail Mary, because they're not practicing real routes.
It's everybody run here,
bro. It's not though, and that's why you guys didn't hit it. That's why the Commanders did, bro. It's a practice play, but it's cool. Keep pushing tushes.
Keep pushing tushes is crazy. Nah, man, I really think it's an identity crisis right now in Philly. We're looking at a team that's become way too dependent on the tush push. Last season, I really felt like Saquon's usage was through the roof, and now we're seeing the results of that this season. I also think that Jalen Hurts' development may have took a step back after being so dependent on Saquon and the tush push for now 2 years. Will they turn it around? I don't really fear the Eagles like I did last season, to be honest. And that's another NFC opponent. Like, I don't see them as this big, huge threat that's, the scary team or the team to beat. I don't really view them like that right now. We'll see how the rest of the season shakes out. Still early, only a quarter and some change through the season. So still a lot of time for it to go either way. But I've never seen a team struggle to 4-1. but it feels like this is the biggest struggle to 4-1 I've ever seen. Any other comments on Eagles, AJ, before we move on? Get into some.
Bro, it's just so funny to me, bro. Because like this last week, like it's the sentiment can change so easily. Like we're undefeated. Yo, they just keep finding a way to win. Somehow they just keep finding a way to win. And then it's like, yeah, man, they struggled and crawled away to 4-1, man. It's crazy, bro. Like, but you know what I mean? I get it, bro. I get it, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I did with the ball in the air. I gotta be honest here. I'm watching on Red Zone. I'm like, they gonna catch this shit, man. I really did. I was like, they gonna catch this shit. They gonna find a way again. But then I feel
I mean, the thing with the Eagles, man, even with all the drama, bro, they really just have enough talent, I think, to overcome it. Like, I think as upset as AJ Brown is, he just needs like one game where he goes off, and I think a lot of it goes away. So
I think, like T said, bro, that missed opportunity was a microcosm of something a lot larger. I think it's a crack in the shell of the Eagles right now. And also, bro, that O-line don't look the same to me. I don't know what's going on. Tyler Steen does not – he's the replacement for Mekhi Becton, right? He is no Mekhi Becton. Mekhi Becton, big ass was going crazy in the midst. Like, bro, it's not the same with Tyler Steen, dog. And I don't know if y'all are missing anybody else or some injuries. I think Lane Johnson's banged up. He was
in and out the lineup.
He was a little banged up too.
Yeah, so I mean, y'all was definitely dominant on both sides of the lines, and I feel like that's taking a step back. Like the interior of the D line is still legit, but the outside rush isn't the same, and the same with the O line. The interior is just not what it was last year to me, but can still be fixed. Any other thoughts on the Eagles before we keep it pushing?
We about to beat the Giants by like 40.
I don't know, dog. That's one of them games. Dart might catch y'all by surprise.
Nah, we about to make that boy cry, bro. Like, come on, bro.
I think this is the perfect game to solve problems, man. Winning solves all. I think this is the perfect bounce back game. Giants have a good D line, but that defense, man, they give a lot through the air. They give a lot rushing. Like if they can't get stacks, you're gonna run a scope on them. This is a game the Eagles might win by 20.
I don't see it.
I'll say this. I don't want to speak for G, but if the Giants get the upset, I bet you that boy will be a Giants fan again.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, it would not shock me if the Giants got the upset. It really wouldn't shock me, bro. Where the Eagles are right now, how that game just ended, like I could see some carryover, bro. The vibe ain't right over there right now. Like,
I'll say that though. If we do lose to the Giants, then I'll put a little bit of stock into what you were saying, Bryce, about us crawling the 4-1, you know. And we almost won that game, bro. Like we was literally like the ball hit their hands, bro.
That game should have a 15-point spread.
I think it's like 7.5 right now.
It should be.
We about to punish them boys, bro.
Way higher. I mean, look what the Saints.
Where is it in Philly?
I think it's in New York. Let me see.
Nah, it's
in New York.
That don't mean shit though.
Don't sleep on New York, man. I mean, I think Philly should win the game for sure, but don't sleep on New York.
Bro, like Philly has made a game of every game this season. Like they're not blowing nobody out, bro. Like
we ain't played the Giants yet.
I mean, that's a good point.
We played some good teams.
Nothing like a rookie quarterback that you know what I'm saying, coming in.
Yeah, on a short week too, man.
I mean, I don't know, bro. To me, the Eagles have not been impressive this season. Like, it wouldn't shock me if that's a close game. I'll give it to the Eagles. I think they'll pull it out. But I'm just giving y'all heads up in the pick 'em. I'm taking the Giants with that spread.
With all due respect, too, I really got to go back to the crawling the 4-1. But like we really played like the Chiefs, the Rams, the Bucks. These are all playoff teams. Broncos are playoff teams. Cowboys not a playoff team, but like we talking about like, bro, like we played good teams, bro. Like we ain't playing no bums. Wasn't not one cupcake in that schedule, bro. So like, you know, rightfully so that we had competitive games. These are playoff teams. Like,
yeah, that's true. Actually, you know what? You played two playoff teams if the season was in today.
last season playoff teams. They were all playoff teams.
I'm just saying. 'Cause we all know it's about when you play teams, not who you play. So,
well, whatever.
Like,
I'm basing off last season's playoffs teams.
all right, I got you.
You know,
We'll see, bro. I think the Eagles gonna be one of those teams where they make a game of everything this season because they're not an explosive offense like they once were, and they're not a dominant defense like they once were. So
we about to get right. The next 3 games, bro. We about to get right. These are just to get right. Three.
Y'all got Eagles. Y'all got Eagles. I'm sorry. Y'all got Giants, Vikings, Giants. Where do y'all go in that 3-game stretch?
3-0.
Wrong. Where do they go in that 3-game stretch?
All right, 2-1.
T.
Where's the Vikings game at? That's in Minnesota.
That is in Minnesota.
That is in Minnesota. That's
yeah. I think they go 2-1.
3-0.
Y'all waving over the Vikings way too easy, bro. Like Brian Flores' defense goes crazy. Kevin O'Connell's still a mastermind. Like they're not just gonna go up into Minnesota and just beat them no problem. Like that's not a gimme game.
They got if it's gonna be Carson Wentz, or
it's not. But by that time, it's not gonna be Carson, man.
Well, which JJ we gonna get? We gonna get the JJ from the first 3 quarters, or we gonna get the 4th quarter JJ? Or we gonna get the JJ that's gonna be going against the Georgia Bulldogs?
Hold up, JJ coming back?
Ain't he?
McCarthy, I believe so. Well, I mean, we'll see what happens this week, but I believe he's supposed to come back this week.
He should be back soon.
I hope he doesn't come back.
Oh no, you know what? They have a bye week this week. They're off this week, and then they got the Eagles. So I think that would be his first game back.
He probably come back then.
I wouldn't mind seeing the Carson Wentz revenge.
I wouldn't mind seeing it either.
It's a good storyline, man. That's a good storyline.
Great story.
Nah, because it would be a gimme.
But then we about to really, really wreak havoc, bro. Carson Wentz, bro. That's like a Ben Simmons situation. It's like you can't even go back in the. Luckily, it's in Minnesota, bro. Going back to Philly, he might have some anxiety, bro.
T said something that I really agreed with a couple weeks back. He said the good teams really beat up on the bad teams, and that's always been a fact in the NFL. So this game, Eagles versus Giants, is going to be very telling to me, bro. If the Eagles can't beat up on the Giants, I'm ready. I don't care how the game goes. If it's a close game, like I'm ready to say that the Eagles are not to be feared this year. So we'll see. Any other thoughts, Eagles, AJ Brown, before we move on? All right, let's start previewing some NFL Week 6. Let's start with, we already kind of went through Eagles-Giants. Another game I wanted to take a look at real quick. This has been one of the surprise teams of the season, bro. Jaguars coming off a big win on Monday night versus the Chiefs. I mean, damn, if everything didn't go right at the end of the game for them, like that was an insane ending. I was blown as hell in the group chat because I'm watching on the ESPN app and my TV is like 30 seconds to a minute behind y'all, and y'all messaging what's going on. And I'm like trying to ignore the messages so I can see the play. That shit was the worst. But that last play, Trevor Lawrence tripping, falling, getting up, running into the end zone, very improbable. But it seems like the Jaguars might be another one of those teams that just got a little bit of that improbable magic going for them this season. They match up with the Seahawks, who are another team, like I believe has shown well early this season that, maybe folks weren't expecting too much from them. I don't think a lot of people were expecting much from Darnold. But the Seahawks defense balling out. JSN looking like top 5 receiver right now, if you ask me. Who we picking in that game, or how we think that was going to play out, man? Start with you, T.
That's a good question, man. That's a tough one. I'm gonna go Seahawks. I'm still not a believer in the Jags. I mean, I'm just not. I think Trevor, everything broke right, man. Everything broke right, and they won it at the end. I've seen more consistency from Darnold, JSN, Kenneth Walker, and the crew. But Jaguars, they lead the league in turnovers. Every single week, they get a pick or two. So it's going to be a good game, but I think the Seahawks win, not a shootout, but a close game. Maybe something in the 23-20 range, but I'm giving the Seahawks this one by just a smidge. I think they're just a stronger team overall.
Yeah, that's a good point you make about that Jaguars defense, bro. Making plays left and right. And then you also got Travis Hunter coming off his best game as a pro, in my opinion. Was a huge factor on offense and then made some clutch plays. I think back to the one play on Kelsey. Make some clutch plays on the defensive side. I'm going to tell everybody right now, man, fantasy football, if somebody dropped Travis Hunter, I would look into making that waiver claim. I think he's going to have a strong finish to the year from here on out. Ron, how you feeling about the Seahawks going up against well, first off, I want to hear how you feel about Travis Hunter, because I feel like early on you were kind of like not so sure if he should be offense, defense. Like I feel like how you
So
feeling
yeah, all
about
right. I got a lot on this topic. I got a lot. First, I want to start with the Travis Hunter thing since you started there. The fantasy side, gas league. Everybody in the gas league, listening up, man. I've had Hunter on the block. You seen what he just did on Monday? Come holler at me, man. Come holler at me. He's out there. And then as far as the offense, defensive side, man, I've always felt like he'd be better utilized full time on defense, part time on offense. I know they want to use him as a receiver, all this stuff. To me, he's a better defensive back who's got enough talent to also be on the offensive side. Look, I'm not an NFL head coach, though. I'm not an NFL coach at all. So if they how they want to use them is how they want to use them, and they can roll with that. They're 4-1 right now, so can't be too many complaints. As far as the Monday night game, man, and as far as their game against the Seahawks, I want to say I was this close to being on the bandwagon for the Jaguars, and then I seen a video of Trevor Lawrence on the sideline picking his nose. And I can't do it now, bro. Like I see my man picking his nose, and now I'm like, this was the flukiest win I've ever seen. This man did not deserve to beat Pat Mahomes on prime time. Like you fell down, you got lucky. All they had to do was tap you down, and the time would have ran out. Luckiest shit ever. So I can't be on the bandwagon after my man was picking his nose. I got to take Sam Darnold and the Seahawks this week. I don't even know if the Jaguars gonna cover, man. I feel like they emptied their clip, man. That was their Super Bowl on Monday night.
Bro, I definitely peeped my man. He was picking the hell out of his nose. And I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was just hoping, I was like, bro, please don't eat the boogers, bro. Because, like, bro, they really zoomed in on my man. I'm just like, bro, if you eat the boogers, bro, I'm officially done with you, Trevor Lawrence. Like, and I really thought it was about to happen, dog. So I'm happy my man is not a booger eater, because it looked like it was getting close to that territory. I ain't gonna hold you. It looked like it was about to happen, dog. But yeah, I like your breakdown on Travis Hunter. I tend to lean like offensive side more than defensive side, bro. I just feel like some of the moves he was making, it was interesting because you had like Xavier Worthy who can like make jukes in a phone booth, and then Travis Hunter was doing it right back to him. Then there was one play where Xavier Worthy caught the ball in the flat and juked out Travis Hunter and kind of looked at him like, yeah, bro, I can get you. You know what I'm saying? It was an interesting little matchup there. But man, Travis Hunter got moves, bro. Like I want that on offense, bro. I don't want that wasted on defense at all times. Although he has some big plays against Kelsey. It'll be interesting to see how that game plays out, though. Scruff, what's your thoughts? Jaguars, Seahawks.
Man, my first thoughts is I told y'all guys, man. I told y'all to run. I want y'all to run the tape from the beginning of the season. I said the Jags was one of my breakout teams this year, bro. I said they was going to win the AFC South. Right now, they cruising to the AFC South. They looking like they're poised to win the AFC South. And I believe the game against the Chiefs was a major breakthrough win for them. Beating the Chiefs on Monday Night Football, Trevor Lawrence was looking a little bit more confident out there. He was looking a little bit like Trevor Lawrence from Clemson, you know, running the ball, you know. I think, you know, I'm starting to see these quarterbacks getting a little bit more confident running the ball now. It's almost like it's becoming expected of them. But yeah, I agree. Travis Hunter was going crazy, in my opinion. I was counting every play. I was grateful that he wasn't on offense. I was going up against him in fantasy football. He still ended up beating me. But you know what I'm saying? I was like, every time he got the ball, I was like, oh Lord, please put him in on defense. Like, please put him in on defense, bro. Please, bro. Like, but nah, the Jags is all right, bro. The logic, Rome's logic was based in nothing but pure hate and anecdotal booger picking. Because, like, what is you talking about? Jags, everything I'm telling the tape is telling me that this game is going to end the same way that this last game ended for the Seahawks, which was Sam Darnold's going to cough it up when it matters the most against the defense that leads the league in takeaways. So, no, that's a formula for disaster. So, the math is telling me the Jaguars are going to win at home against Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold will throw a pick, maybe 2, and Jaguars are going to get a dub. And most likely, Travis Hunter is going to continue to elevate himself as a elite player. And you got to play him in like spot duty because like he can't guard it. With all due respect, he can't guard everybody. Like you can put him against a skinny dude, but like don't be tripping out there thinking he could just play guard him.
How many yards did Travis Hunter finish with? 56, 66?
Something like that.
Yeah, 44-yard play. Like we're acting like Travis Hunter went crazy all game. Like my man had about 3 catches, bro, and 1 really long catch. Like let's not act like Travis Hunter had some like crazy coming out party. Like I said, I still got him on a trade block if that's how you feel. So you can holler at me in the fantasy league. And then as far as this Trevor Lawrence, man, like let's not allow one ESPN Monday night broadcast to elevate this man to levels that he is not at. He was not great during that game. Scruff, you're right. He did look good on some of those run plays. They probably need to add some more of that element into his game more often. But as far as overall, like Trevor Lawrence wasn't outperforming Pat Mahomes for the majority of that game in any way, shape, or form. So I'm not ready to crown Trevor Lawrence after that win. It was impressive, but at the end of the day, you fell over, you got back up, and you got lucky. Where the hell were the Chiefs' defense? Was Chris Jones in on that play? What was going on? What were the Chiefs doing? Like this was also more of a collapse on the Chiefs' defensive side, in my opinion, too. But we can crown Trevor Lawrence if that's what we're here to do.
I will never. I'm not done with you. I will never. I will never fault a man for falling down, bro. But the man that got the fuck up, bro, he got the fuck up and he got the fucking job done. So I don't give a fuck if he fell down, bro. He got back up, bro. So like,
nah, man, I don't need no goofy booger picking, tripping over your center's feet, quarterback, long hair. Nah, man. Give me somebody who's a real leader who can really take command of the offense. What I saw from Trevor Lawrence is not a long-term recipe for success. I'm not impressed.
I like what I saw. Y'all. I mean, he threw an interception for sure. But like, 2 rushing touchdowns, 10 carries, 54 yards, bro. It's running back numbers, bro. He did well.
I bet you did like that. I bet you did like running back numbers from the quarterback.
Whatever. But I thought Trevor Lawrence looked good, bro. I think Jacksonville's a good team, bro. I like the defense, the formula's good. And the thing you're missing with Travis Hunter, Rome, is because you're looking at it through the narrow lens of fantasy football statistics. And you are let down because from that perspective. I do understand. But if you're looking at it from a special watching football perspective, like you can see what like he's like the plays he's making is pretty amazing, and the fact that he's doing it on both sides is crazy, bro. And like being effective on both sides. So it's like
you guys got Travis Hunter Rookie of the Year right now.
A month in, defensive and offensive Rookie of the Year. So the fucked up thing about it is he's not probably going to win either because he's kind of like in a hybrid spot. If there was just like a neutral Rookie of the Year, he'd have a good chance to win it. But he's not going to win offensive or defensive.
Don't they have Rookie of the Year as well?
Nah, no, I think it's based off size of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all both making some good points here, man. Overall, like I tend to agree with Rome. Like Trevor Lawrence made some big throws down the stretch. I think the one like to Brian Thomas on the sideline, that was a big time NFL throw. But overall, it seems like Trevor Lawrence doesn't really see it as a quarterback, bro. Like the timing, the anticipation, reading the defenses, it doesn't seem like it's there to the point that we would have expected it, considering how highly touted of a prospect he was coming out of Clemson. Like it just don't look right yet from just a pure quarterbacking perspective. Maybe he can mask it with some of like the running ability, great defense. We'll see. We'll see how it unfolds. Any other comments on that game before we keep it pushing? All right, next one. Let's jump into. I think this is another very interesting matchup, which has some big time NFC implications. 49ers Buccaneers, bro. 49ers are another one of those teams, bro, have won against a lot of odds this season, bro. I mean, 4-1, Mac Jones coming in, cooking, bro. T called it last week. Said Mac Jones plays, 49ers get the win. And sure enough, that's what happened. So, T, y'all got a tough matchup versus the Bucks. I mean, a lot of rumblings about Baker Mayfield. MVP talk have been going on in this very podcast, led by one Scruff Skywalker. But how you feeling going into that matchup versus the Bucks, T?
I don't know who's playing. That's the biggest thing. I don't know who's playing for the 49ers. I think Pearsall might be coming back. I don't know if Purdy's coming back. Like, I don't know who's playing, but the 49ers are going to play them tough most likely. I'm more interested to see the secondary versus their wide receiver core. That's going to make or break the game, man. If Baker can get 300 yards, not even 3, if he can get around 250, they probably win that game. So we gotta hold Baker under like 250. I don't think they can beat us on the ground, but 49ers are going to make it tough. That's not a team that's going to lay down by any stretch. So potential playoff matchup. Whoever wins this game will probably have the upper hand going into the playoffs. And I think we see these teams play in the playoffs again. So I'm gonna take the Niners, but this is just a homer take. But I really, to me, this is a toss up. Like, it could go either way.
No, I feel it. I got one more question for you too. Adam Schefter reported that there is no quarterback controversy in San Francisco, but I got to ask you, bro, who do you feel like your team is in better hands with, Mac Jones or Brock Purdy?
Purdy. Mac Jones is a check down artist, and you can't go far in the league as a check down artist. It's interesting to watch the 49ers fan base. You love the wins, right? But he's doing the same thing that Jimmy G did. Like, and they complained about it, You're missing guys up top to take the safe pass. You're moving the chains. Offense is scoring, but I'm taking Purdy every single time. I watch Mac Jones go out there and take hits that Purdy never would have took. Like, but the fan base called him a warrior, and I'm like, no, he's a sitting duck. Like, he can't get out of the way. Like, he can't move. But, you know, I'm trusting the guy that went to the Super Bowl, not the guy that's been a journeyman.
No, I hear that. Just for a little context here, though, in 2 games, Brock Purdy's thrown for 586 yards, 4 touchdowns, 4 interceptions on 65% completion with an 85.8 rating. Mac Jones, on the other hand, in 3 games, he's got 905 yards, 6 touchdowns, 1 pick, 67% completion percentage, and a 99.1 rating. So maybe those concerns within 49ers Nation is a little valid. Mac Jones been playing his ass off, if you ask me. I took your advice last week and started him in a couple of leagues. He got me a couple of W's, so shout out to Mac. Ron, how you feeling about this matchup? I mean, obviously, you know, you're a Commanders fan, so big NFC implications here. Who do you think comes out on top?
Where's this game at? Tampa's home?
I think San Fran is home. Let me double check.
Man, Tampa's right.
home. Tampa's home.
This one is kind of a toss-up. Tampa being home makes you want to lean towards Tampa. Bucky Irvin's out, though, too, I believe. So then it's like I don't know, man. T made some good points. I don't think Tampa's going to be able to run the ball. The secondary versus receiver matchup will be interesting. And, I mean, the 49ers proved that they could win even if Mac Jones is under their helm. So I think it's a toss-up. I'll roll with the home team in this one. I agree with Scruff on the Baker Mayfield take. Baker Mayfield's going to go crazy this year. I think he's definitely got to be one of the lead dogs for MVP. That's no question. So I'll roll with the Bucks in this one, man. But I would not be surprised at all if the 49ers win. I actually had the 49ers as the number 1 seed in my predictions because I felt like their schedule was such a cupcake schedule. But the fact that they've been winning with most of their guys out and a lot of those guys are going to be coming back, I think the 49ers are going to be a legitimate threat come December, January.
Yeah, Baker definitely putting up some MVP stats. I got to go back to Mac Jones one more time. If he repeated these level of performances he's had at this same trajectory, he would currently have more yards and touchdowns than Baker Mayfield. Only 300 less yards than Baker Mayfield in 2 less games, 4 less touchdowns in 2 less games. So Mac Jones going crazy, low key. Scruff, you are the leader of the Baker fan club. How you feeling about this matchup with the 49ers?
Yeah, I mean, I feel pretty good about it, especially if Brock Purdy coming back. You know what I'm saying? I think the best thing that could happen for the 49ers is they decide that Brock Purdy should not play this week. That would be in their best interest. Because now you going in there, he's listed as questionable. Now you're going in there on the road with a quarterback that hasn't played in weeks. When you're actually hot with Mac Jones right now, and I don't know, I just think it could take a little time to get back rolling. I don't know, against Baker Mayfield right now, who's dealing at a ridiculous rate. Ain't no lead safe in the NFL with Baker Mayfield and Ibuka, who is actually the rookie of the year by far. Is not even close. And yeah, I mean, if Mac Jones plays, I'm gonna go back to what T said last week. If Mac Jones plays, they might have a chance to win. I ain't gonna say they are gonna win, but they might have a chance to win. But I think regardless, this is gonna be one thing I'll tell you about a game with Baker though, is it's gonna come down to the last possession, bro. But who do you want in the last possession? You want Baker and you want Ibuka, bro. That both dude Ibuka is a problem, bro. That's really like crazy. Like they've been together making this shit happen. Like most of the plays have gone to Ibuka, like the big ones down the stretch. He's made huge plays for them, bro. And just like the connection, bro. Like I told you, the ability to locate and catch the ball, and like the Ibuka is elite, bro. And Baker finally, I think he got someone with this. And it's like the connection is there, bro. Like it's gonna be a problem for a long time, bro. Baker Mayfield, and I like shout out to Baker, bro, for real, because like I've even trashed him years ago. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, he's an asshole, he's arrogant, whoop-de-whoop. He was playing on the Panthers. He couldn't get right on the Panthers. And then he had that comeback game on what was it, Monday Night Football with the Rams. I said, you know what, I got a lot left down. I'm seeing what I seen in Bake when I liked them back when I liked them. You know, so I said, okay, I'm seeing it. What a fucking comeback story, bro. To go from out of the league and getting cut by the Panthers to winning the MVP. Come on, bro. Sign me up for that, bro. Like, so yeah, nah. Baker keeps the streak alive.
No, that's a great point, Scruff, because I think he was running like scout team, like punt returner or something crazy on the Panthers, bro, like practice squad type shit. So to go from that to MVP is a hell of a story.
Yeah, another proof that you got to get these quarterbacks time, man. Like, look at how many quarterbacks we wrote off, or not us personally, but that have been written off, from Baker, Sam Darnold, Geno. Probably not the best example right now, but the way he's turned his career around, like these QBs need time, man. And Baker's a perfect example. Any other comments on Baker versus the 49ers before we move on?
Hey, listen, man. Whatever they got for the over-under, or Ibuka, take the under. He's not going to go crazy on us.
I like that confidence in Lenore. I like that. You know what? I got one more thing to say too, bro. I know Adam Schefter had to report that there's no quarterback controversy in San Francisco, but I know Kyle Shanahan, bro. I know Kyle Shanahan. Ain't wrong laughing because you know what I know, bro. Kyle Shanahan, if Matt keeps playing like this, bro, and Purdy keep playing, 4 touchdowns to 4 interceptions, 1-to-1 touchdown interception ratio like he has this season, Kyle not standing for that shit, bro. Straight up. Just warning y'all. I know Kyle Shanahan, bro. He's not standing for it.
It's been more than just one this season. I want to say his last 16 games, he might got 15 picks.
Yeah, something to keep an eye on. It would not shock me, bro. It would not shock me if like Scruff said, if they're not rushing Brock Purdy back. All right, take your time, get healthy, Purdy. Take your time, bro. You're not gonna rush him back at all.
How bad does that signing look? Like if Mac Jones like takes the job, or like, you know what I'm saying, outplays him, like,
bro.
Like,
if Mac Jones takes Brock Purdy's spot, bro, I wouldn't want to be a QB in San Francisco, bro, because everybody's taking everybody's spot. Like, Trey Lance was supposed to be the guy, then Brock Purdy came. Brock Purdy's supposed to be the guy, then Mac Jones coming. Like,
and that's the truth of the matter, and that really comes down to it, is the system, bro. Really, none of them are that good.
There you go. Kyle Shanahan's system can use whoever Kyle Shanahan decides, bro. Just like how they do their running backs, bro. If you fit the system, we rocking with you.
If Bosa was still out here and we had a top 5 defense, I don't think we top 5 without Bosa. I think we probably middle of the pack. You're going to have to score now. And you could have played Mac Jones in ball control, and you could have checked down. Mac Jones at the bottom of the league in yards per attempt. You know what I'm saying? Brock Purdy's at the top of the league in yards per attempt whenever he's out there. You're going to have to shoot it out. And this is going to be the perfect game to show you because Baker's going to play. They're going to score points. If Mac can go, if Mac's playing, Mac can go out there and score 30 points, 40 points, then maybe.
But see, my pushback on that would be the yards per attempt. Do you think the injuries at receiver and George Kittle being out have anything to do with that? Because a lot of the 49ers big plays come off Kittle getting yak, and Ayuk, when he is healthy, he was a bit more of a deep threat. And Jennings gets down the field more than these guys.
No, Purdy's gonna push the ball downfield. He's more of a Brett Favre, and the interception show. He's a gunslinger. That's why the check down merchant stuff was always a joke. You got.
I just think at this point, Mac Jones has deserved a shot with the full deck of cards. Like I think he's been cooking with the reserves. I think I would like to see what he does with Kittle and the boys.
Imagine what he does with the starters, bro.
I honestly,
Brock Purdy, a gunslinger, man. That's 2 words I never thought would be in the same sentence.
Crazy.
How you not a gunslinger if you lead the league in deep ball percentage, deep ball passes, deep ball, every deep throwing stat Purdy's led the league in since he's been in the league. Every throwing past 10, 15 yards, he leads the league. So, and Mac Jones is throwing around 6 or 7 yards. It's slants, it's screens, it's outs.
Yeah, but that's what like Kendrick Bourne and them dudes, bro.
However you get it done, though. However you get it done. But what I do know is Mac don't push the ball down the field. And he might be in a game where he has to. I want to see both of them with a full slate. I haven't seen all the 49ers in I don't know how long. It's been about 2 years.
Well, you know what? If he plays this Sunday, he's gonna have to push the ball down the field because Baker's definitely pushing the ball down the field.
I remember on draft day, they were saying that there was some rumors going around that the 49ers might take Mac Jones, bro. It is funny, how we finally got here, bro. But Mac Jones was always the one, bro. He was always the one.
Low key, bro. Low key, that was the report when they took Lance. They really wanted Mac, low key.
They really fucked up, bro. They could have been on the Mac train. They could have saved themselves all this trouble, bro. And now they're gonna fuck it up again, bro, because they're gonna put Purdy back in.
I don't think Mac's the answer. He doesn't make any wild throws to me. I think Mac is truly a system guy, and I don't think next year he'll land because he's played himself into a starting role somewhere else. I don't think he'll take his next team over the top. So, but that's I don't know.
Good point. It's a good point. Yeah, it's definitely a perfect landing spot right now for him with Kyle Shanahan. I would agree there. All right. Any other comments on Bucks Niners before we move to the last game in our Week 6 preview?
Shit, take the over on Kendrick Bourne for real.
Yeah.
That man was going crazy.
I think he likes Mac Jones a lot. All right. Last game we're going to talk about tonight. It's the rematch of the Hail Mary game, baby. Commanders Bears on Monday night. You got the 2 top quarterbacks taking the 2024 NFL draft. One was tagged as generational before the draft. One has looked generational since the draft. Caleb Williams versus Jaden Daniels. I want to get you guys' thoughts on this one. Scruff, I know you was talking earlier that Ibuka is going to run away with the Rookie of the Year, but I think my man Bill got something to say about that. All right, leading the league in yards per carry. And is also PFF's #1 rated running back. So it's gonna be a long season for the NFC East. But let's get into it, man. Commanders versus Bears. Rome, I'm starting with you on this one, brother.
Bro, we about to run away with this one, bro. The Bears are cooked, bro. The Bears are cooked. I know it's gonna sound like Homer talk and all this, that, and the third. Look, we'll get a Hell to the Culture podcast out there if you want me to break down some X's and O's. But yeah, right now I'm about to just talk my shit because we're not afraid of the Chicago Bears at all here, man. Like I thought it was hilarious that the game ended up in DC again this year. I felt bad for the Bears. They got to come back down here. I ran into a Bears fan at the bar last week or a couple days ago, and we were talking because he was actually at the Hail Mary game, man, and he was just talking about how painful it was for him and how much it sucked because they thought they were going to win the game and things were turning around for Caleb and this, that, and the third. And you know what I mean? Like if you look at that point in time and how far Jaden's come and how far Caleb has not, it's actually quite hilarious, man. So I'm looking forward to another dub. Commander's going to be in the all black jerseys. Terry might be back, man. So if Terry comes back, we getting that 30 points you was talking about last week, Bryce. So like you said last week, man, when you have Jaden Daniels on the field, nothing else really matters, right? We just got one of them ones at the end of the day. Like, so I got full confidence in the Commanders. I don't know what's the spread. We got them about 4.5, 5.5, 6.5. Go ahead and just take the Commanders, man. It don't matter.
I saw 3.5 earlier in the week, but you know how those spreads change quickly. Hey, talk your shit, Ron. I'm with you, brother. I'm with you all the way, man. I think the Commanders get the job done here. One thing to look out for is the Bears are one of the worst rush defenses in the league. And like I told y'all, man, Dollar Bill, he over 6 yards a carry right now. That boy going crazy, bro. I don't see them stopping the running game. Commanders one of the most multiple rush offenses in the league. They come at you in a variety of ways when it comes to rush offense. I expect that to continue versus the Bears. It looked very good against the Chargers, who are billed as one of the better defenses in the league. So, I see it. I see it being a runaway as well, man. Scruff, what's your thoughts?
I think y'all should win this game. Let's do it about. Y'all should win this game. But I don't know, man. I don't. You're kind of a little harsh on Caleb, little harsh on Caleb Williams, bro. Because I think he's actually doing pretty good. There's a lot of statistics that say that he is, even though people might feel like he's not. And I feel like the fact that y'all think that he's not doing very much, and the fact that he actually is means that when he actually starts really, really connecting with all this shit, it's really going to be fucking scary for a lot of y'all. But I do feel like Caleb Williams has something to prove here. And I do think, I'm going to go back to, that's my theme of the year, bro. Schemes matter, bro. The schematics matter. I'm going with Ben Johnson, bro. I'm going with Ben Johnson. I'm going with the lick. They getting their lick back. Caleb Williams, Hail Mary to win the game. Nah, I'm playing. Nah, that would be crazy as hell, right? But I think they got a chance. They got a chance. The difference is, here's how I look at it, right? Y'all barely won that game last year, right? But now, the Bears are a little better this year. So, like I'm saying, there's a very good chance that this is going to be a good game. You know what I'm saying? So, Caleb Williams not doing bad, bro. This dude, he's doing all right, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like, he is 9th in the league in passing touchdowns. You know what I'm saying?
Man, none of that shit matter, man. We about to smack these boys, bro. And there's another layer that you just reminded me when you brought up Ben Johnson's ass. He stood up the Commanders, and everything happens for a reason. I know you one of those people that believe everything happens for a reason, right, Scruff? Ben Johnson stood up the Commanders. He decided he wanted to go to the Bears, be with Caleb Williams. You got it. You got your guy. You got Caleb. Now you're coming to DC, and if you remember the last time Ben Johnson brought his offense to play the Commanders, they didn't look too hot, did they? They did their thing. They scored a couple points, but they ultimately lost when we bounced them up out of Detroit. So I'm looking very much forward to this Monday night, and I'm looking even more forward to next Tuesday when I can come on here and continue talking shit.
This is going to be the Ben Johnson revenge game. You know what I'm saying? Y'all saw like you got a little bone to pick with Ben Johnson, but maybe Ben Johnson knew what the fuck he was doing. He stayed the hell out of D.C. He said, nah, I ain't about to get caught up with y'all jokers, man. So maybe Ben Johnson will come in here and torch y'all because y'all got Brian Johnson on y'all staff, and that's the wrong Johnson, bro. Pause.
That's crazy work. T, man, that's a tough act to follow. But I'm gonna have to let you follow script on that one. No comment after that.
Hey, look, Jaden Daniels, I've seen enough, bro. I moved him into my tier quarterbacks. I'm not betting against. Give me the Commanders. Like, not betting against them.
Smart man.
As much as I would love to see Washington lose on a Monday night, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, that boy.
You made a point during the Commanders game last week that was good. when he threw the check down to McNichols, you said that's a vet like move. And I think that's stuff like that is why people are buying into Jaden Daniels, and it's not just fan hype. When you watch him play, you can really see the like his best attribute is his awareness and his understanding of the situation. He's never trying to make a big play. He's just letting the big play come to him. And a lot of young players don't get that.
Yeah, that was a crazy one to me. Like 3rd and 10, instead of forcing it, pushing the ball downfield, or even trying to use his legs, bro, he just dumped it off and was like, "Let me give my man a chance." And that's what you see out of the vets. And I know fans complain about that stuff, but that's a play you see from a Brady or a Manning. And, we expect our guys to do what they're supposed to do. Like, that's the right throw. I can't take nothing away from him. I mean, he's still young and he'll still make mistakes, but he plays with so much poise, man. You would think this is 6th or 7th year in the league.
Facts, bro. How about the 4th and 7, bro? End of the game to ice the game. Him and Deebo Samuel planning their celebration before the play starts, bro. My man knows on 4th and 7 he's about to score a touchdown, bro. Y'all trying to tell me Deebo Samuel was fat, out of shape. All he's become is the 7th best wide receiver in fantasy football. So I'm not listening to y'all no more about stuff like that.
He's an amazing zone guy. It just so happened that people figured that out with the 49ers and just kept manning us up. But yeah, he looks amazing in his own. But when he's in man with you guys, if it's not a screen, he's completely covered.
And well, you know what? Like Scruff was saying earlier, man, scheme matters. And you know what you can't do to Jaden Daniels? You can't run a whole bunch of man. Run that man. My boy is out of there, bro. So yeah, Deebo will get a lot of zone, as all the rest of our receivers, and it works out.
Good point, bro.
Match made it. DBs turn their back and he can take off. So you gotta keep your eyes on both. So
he's not Brock Purdy standing back there. Come on now.
Now Brock Purdy take off.
Yeah, you could play man against Brock Purdy.
No, you can't.
All I'm saying is, bro, Jaden Daniels, the MVP race is back on for Jaden Daniels. All right, when the end of the season comes, we'll look back and say Jaden Daniels probably finished in the top 3 of the MVP race. That's my guess.
Look, I'm waiting for a coordinator to figure this guy out. But I think what I was thinking about after the game, probably Monday, bro, Kingsbury kind of just got him a better version of Kyler. You know what I'm saying? A better version of a mobile guy, accurate. And it's like he's just revamped and rebuilt better. You know what I'm saying? And it's a match made in heaven. When you get a quarterback and an offensive coordinator and you can just marry the two and it's a seamless fit, man, at every level of football, that's just going to be magic.
Yo, and then you throw in a running back like Bill. I'm telling y'all, bro. Bill Krosky-Merritt is a star in this league, bro. Like, straight up, bro. Like, I'm happy I got him in a dynasty league. I should have got him in every damn fantasy football league I was in. Because the kid is he's unbelievable, bro. Like, I really got high hopes for him. And I'm telling y'all again, Offensive Rookie of the Year race, Abuga's got some competition there.
Bill reminds me of Alfred Morris, but
you're crazy. Who he reminds me of is Joe Mixon. That's the NFL comp I got for like prime Joe Mixon with the Bengals. That's who Bill reminds me of.
I'm talking about from a standpoint of I don't really see him doing much when Jaden's not there. You know what I'm saying? I think Jaden just makes that running game that much better. Kind of similar.
He was PFF's top rated running back, leading the league in yards per carry without Jaden. Like Jaden was out those games.
If you go back and watch the T, like because I see what you're trying to get at, right? A lot of Alfred Morris's yards and the way that Alfred Morris ate was set up off the read option and the threat of Robert running. Bill's eating off just straight up run plays, like zone runs, traps. Like he's just it's no like, oh, Jaden might run on this play too. It's just not. We're giving it to Bill. We're blocking, and he's eating. So that would be the difference there.
I mean, I like Rodriguez better, but we'll see how it goes.
Great, bro. Like that. My brother's a big Skins fan. He was saying the same thing if like the last couple of weeks. He was like, we need to put Rodriguez in. I said, bro, Bill is a star. And then this week he hit me. He was like, bro, you right about Bill, bro. It's Bill from here on out. Like it's just a different level of running back, different level of vision, different level of explosiveness when it comes to Bill, bro. And I really think when the season's over, we're gonna look at him as like one of the elite running backs in the entire league. Mark my words on that. Any other comments, Commanders, Bears, before we get out of here? Any other Week 6, stuff y'all want to bring up? Ran through a good amount of games here.
I just want to switch my pick. I don't think the Bears are going to win.
My man's been convinced. I love to hear it, dog. I love to hear it.
I'm switching sides.
Hey, I'll say this: Caleb is playing in front of the home fans, like he's from here. So this is a chance where sometimes that you get that NFL magic where you playing in front of your home crowd, you get 4 or 5 touchdowns.
Maybe this is the game. Maybe I don't know. The logic is telling me the Commanders should win this game, but maybe this is the game he puts it together. But I mean, like you're betting against I don't know.
Caleb is probably one of the least loved hometown. I can't think of a scenario where a hometown player is coming home and is not going to receive like a ton of love, bro. Like it's not going to go that way.
Brother, Caleb is playing good football. I don't want to take nothing away from Caleb Williams. Top 10 fantasy quarterback right now. He is playing good football, bro. Like definitely the best football of his career, and I have been impressed with Caleb this season. I know a lot of folks. Honestly, the season last year wasn't all that bad for a rookie.
If I'm being objective, man, the Commanders' secondary has not been great. They should eat with Rome Odunze, DJ Moore. Like this. I think this game will get away from them in the long run. But like I don't think Caleb and them can survive a shootout with the Commanders, especially if Terry's back. But I do think that they'll get their points in.
I think the offense looks better without Terry, but hey, what do I know?
What do you know if you're saying that? The offense is not better without
This
Terry.
man said put Rodriguez in. The offense is better without Terry. Like, come on, bro.
I mean, Luke McCaffrey has as many yards as Terry.
I ain't gonna lie, Luke been playing good, bro.
Bro,
But he's not a replacement for Terry McLaurin.
I'm not agreeing with T, but I'm saying Luke has been playing good.
Like, it's the recency effect, so I get it. I can't, dispute it because this season, Luke does have more yards than Terry, you know what I'm saying? But, I think Terry's only played, 2 games, bro? So, Terry going to come back, and he going to be Terry. And once he's back, we're going to have Terry and Debo. That's one of the best receiving corps.
Why we ain't get this same stride, like the same line of logic for Brock Purdy and Mac Jones?
You know, it's funny. I was just thinking that because it is actually very
maybe because Mac Jones has played this year and has a 1-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio. Maybe that's it.
So basically, the guys that y'all gave y'all big contracts who getting outplayed by backups.
They want it both ways, bro.
I mean, I don't think that Mac Jones needs to replace Brock Purdy at all, bro. That's a bit much. I think Mac Jones has proven that he deserves a chance, but I don't think he should replace Brock Purdy.
No, you gotta stand by your guys after you give them the contract. Now that we're talking about the Commanders,
yeah, and nobody's calling for Mac Jones to have the starting role. All I told y'all is I know Kyle Shanahan, bro. All right, I've seen this story with Kyle Shanahan before. He's a "what have you done for me lately" kind of coach. All right, trust and believe that.
We'll see.
All right, man. Any other comments on Week 6 before we get out of here? All right, fellas, with good stuff tonight, man. Y'all know how we end each and every show. Sports for the culture.